So, Lily, when you hear politics, what comes to mind?
Usually like people's like human rights and stuff, like people going against them and people for them.
And then, are you interested in UK politics? Like, how does it make
I feel
you
like I have to be, because like if you're not, it's like there's people's lives that are on the line and well-being, and it's like everything you do is political whether you like it or not.
And where do you usually see like political topics? Like, do your family talk about it, or?
Is it
Yes.
okay? So good. My family do talk about it quite a bit. We all have like not very different, but like we all have somewhat different ideas on what's right and what's wrong.
And do you know anything about how voting works in the UK?
Yeah, I know like we have different parties rather than like America, who has a two-party system, and how like they all have like a centrist, left and right politics, well, right and left wing politics, and how everyone falls into somewhere on that spectrum.
And where do you get most of your political information from?
The news, TikTok, discussing with like friends and family, things like that.
And do you feel that your voice matters? Like, do you think your
Oh
generation
yeah,
matters?
100%. Because like, I mean, everyone who's like our age is coming into voting, and there's so many of us that like we have quite a big like swing on the vote. But yeah.
Thank you. I'll just stop it there. Oh wait, no, I'll carry it on. Oscar, I'll ask you the questions.
Same questions?
Yeah.
Okay.
When you hear politics, what comes to mind?
Not a lot really, other than sort of just lots of idiots fighting and causing trouble, which probably isn't necessary. Stuff like, like obviously like Trump, like causing war with Iran and stuff like that. It's not really necessary, is it?
And how interested do you feel, like, how interested are you in politics in general?
In just general day-to-day politics, I pay no attention to it, but when it obviously comes to a lot more serious stuff that maybe could affect you or things around you, then all of a sudden it gets a bit more interesting.
Yeah. And do you feel like you understand like decisions that the government make?
In our country?
Yeah.
I don't know, I can't really think of any examples, but I feel like there probably is quite a lot of things that people frown upon and like just think doesn't really make a lot of sense, but overall I don't think there's anything too outrageous.
Mm-hmm. And do you feel that your voice matters? Like, do you feel like your generation is heard?
I think at the moment, I think it's like on the uprise. Like I think it's getting better as time goes on, but
Yeah.
it can always be better than what it is at the moment.
And do you sometimes get influenced by politics through like social media and things like that?
Yeah, sometimes, but it depends on who you're hearing it from, really, because anyone can really twist words and make you believe different things. It just depends on the way that they say it.
Yeah. That's it.
All
Thank
right.
you. Thanks, Oscar. I'll do I'll do Chris.
Yeah, 'cause I was last.
Yeah.
Cool.
Chris, when you hear politics, what comes to mind? Can you hold it a bit closer to Yeah.
I think it's very important, and I think it matters a lot. Politics influences most parts of your day-to-day life, so it's it's very important.
And how interested are you in UK politics?
I would say I'm pretty interested in UK politics. I've got a pretty strong set of political beliefs myself, and I'm pretty interested in just the world around politics and how it affects things.
And do you understand how the decisions are made in the UK government?
With our current government, not at all. Not a big fan of the current government, and I think they're very out of touch reality, and a lot of decisions they make just aren't helping anyone. So yeah.
And do you know how voting works in the UK at all?
Yeah, we've got multi-party system. You can have independent candidates, and you've also got like it's all done first past the post, that sort of stuff. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And do you feel that your voice matters in UK politics? Do you feel heard?
I think young people's views often get overlooked quite a lot, and it's quite annoying how it seems only a lot of older people and rich people tend to have the only power in politics. So it would be nice if people who are younger and come from different backgrounds, different races, religions, sexuality and all that have different chances to actually share their opinions more, yeah.
And can you sometimes be influenced to change your opinion? Do you see things online that can change that?
I would say there's things that can sort of change my opinion for some stuff, but in general, I've got a pretty, like firm set of beliefs. I don't think it gets influenced that much by stuff around me. Cool. Good.
Yes. Hello.
Alex, when you hear politics, what comes to your mind?
When I think of politics, what comes to my mind? I would say,
Take it seriously.
how when you see like the general elections with like the government and stuff, you see quite a lot of that on the news. So it seems to be that politics quite runs a lot of the media, and the government seem to control what you see and stuff like that to make them look good most of the time.
And how interested are you in politics, if at all?
I'm a little bit interested. I like knowing what's going on in the world, but I'm not always looking for it. I'm not always judging my decisions on what's going on.
Yeah. And do you feel like you understand how the decisions are made?
I would say sometimes I do, sometimes I'm like, it doesn't really make sense. But if they're doing it trying to do it for the good of other people, then kind of have to allow them to do what they want to do.
Do you know how voting works?
Yeah. I'm like broadly, but not too much. But I know that you obviously get, when you turn 18, you get given a candidate and ballot and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And ballot, yeah, and then you go down, cast your vote for your area. And in most areas with like, say, Labour. So in most areas of Labour, that's the one that's in government.
And do you feel that your voice is heard in UK politics, like your generation?
In my opinion, no. I think we're not heard enough because we're apparently the future of the world and stuff like that. I don't think we're heard enough as we should be, and how much they say we actually are.
And do people online sometimes change your opinion on certain politics?
I would say yes, because it depends on who it is. If you trust them, if you've seen stuff that they've said that's true before, and then you find out more stuff that they've said, you're obviously going to believe that it's true because you think it's a trustworthy source.
Thanks.
All right.
You may have your phone back.
Thank you very much.